Luna coming at you with some Omega energy. Then I'm going to give you another message. I'm trying to get back on top of things. Anyway, but I understand what's been going on in the world today, and I'd like to give you a little bit of edification, comfort, hopefully, and information. At the end, as usual, I'll give you a general reading. Since we've already done the signs for the lunar energy that just passed, I'm going to do a general reading for anybody who may need it. Okay? Doesn't matter what your sun sign is, if it applies to you, or if it may be beneficial and helpful to you, you can go ahead and take it. Okay? But first things first, let me get my chart all set up. Let's not pretend what's going on right now. Excuse me, y'all. I have big boobs. Okay? And when you have big boobs, what tends to happen is you got to constantly adjust your brassiere. Okay? So, what's been going on? We already understand that Russia is being aggressive towards Ukraine, and the United States and the rest of the world is invested in what's going down. Let me go backwards before I go forward for you babies. Let's start back when the virus first started. Every single aspect of what happened after that was scary for a lot of folks, and for some folks it was just chilling. Let me tell you the difference. Those who've been living a life of trauma for pretty much all their lives saw this as a respite, a vacation from real life. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm included in that. It doesn't mean that we didn't somehow feel the struggle of the collective. Absolutely we did. But we always do. And I'm talking about empaths and those who are empaths by proxy of their experiences. We always do. But for once, everybody can sit down for a little while and we didn't feel or hear as much noise. A lot of us were happy that at least nature had a chance to heal for a little while. If the byproduct of what goes down is that the world in some way gets healthier, it was like, okay, we can look at the bright side of things. That's some of us. And with this, it's no different. Is that, no, we can't control what others do. Not necessarily, but what we can do is control what we do, how we vibrate, how we choose to operate ourselves. In every single aspect of life right now, we can choose the vibration of ourselves. And every single person that we interact with, we can choose a high or low vibration. Choosing a high vibration helps them to vibrate higher every single time. And let's say you interact with maybe 100 people a week. That's a lot, but maybe you do. It's not really a lot when you think about going to the grocery store and random strangers you meet and greet, going to work, different errands, having fun out with friends. The people you vibrate around, even if it's happenstance, you can choose to make that interaction a high vibrational one. You see someone with a nice dress on, say, oh my God, that is so lovely. Even a male. Hey, if you're too scared to do that with a male, because, we understand toxic masculinity and how it works and operates, but that's toxic femininity too. So, it depends on how, we call them Karens, but whatever. So when I say we, I don't mean we, because I don't call nobody by no labels. I don't really care really much. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole, no matter what your gender is. But the point I'm making is, we can choose the vibration of collective by choosing our own vibration. If you sit there in fear, and constant fear and worry about what's going to happen next, that's all you're spreading. Especially if you're constantly talking about it to other people. And coming from a place of fear, anger, and resentment. The more fire you give to, the fuel you give to a fire, the longer it burns. So y'all can choose a vibration. Y'all have always had the control this whole time, whether you realize it or not. See, the only reason why some things persist is because we give it attention. And the more attention you get to something, the stronger it gets. Excuse me, y'all. I have one of those lips that peel. I know that's gross as fuck. And that little flapper skin was bothering me. I'm being my real self right now because I'm just talking to y'all on some real shit. And think about the young ones that they don't know nothing else, really, that are coming of age and becoming, understanding how to be a person. They don't know nothing else but this. How are you vibrating around them? What kind of words are you using? What kind of things are you consuming? Are you consuming a 24-hour news cycle right in front of their faces? Well, guess what? You are creating and breeding more conscious awareness of not what we can do, is what we can't do. Because unless you have the power to take up arms and go over to Ukraine and defend those people, then all you're doing is breeding fear and a constant need to know everything. Trust me. Knowing everything all the time ain't what it's cracked up to be. Trust me on this. Okay? You don't have to sit in fear. And you also don't have to perpetuate fear either. Now, you don't have to trust what I'm saying. But it doesn't hurt to live your life as full and round as you possibly can without all that negativity. No one's saying completely ignore it. No, we need to be consciously aware of the ills and the troubles of this world in order to be able to enact change in some way. So if a news story comes out and you're like, oh my God, would this happen? Okay, look at it once for your own self if you need to. And then move on with the rest of your day, knowing that what I can control, what you can control is your vibration. What you can control is how you treat other people. That's what you can control. What you cannot control is what Vladimir Putin does or what Biden does. You cannot control what China does or what North Korea does. You think watching it all day long and doom scrolling is going to change any damn thing? I've never seen it happen yet. But what I have seen is how something wonderful can grow from attention and how something horrible can grow from attention. Choose what you want to give your attention to, hun buns. I'd recommend highly you give your attention to things you have control over. So, if you're concerned about it, and it's natural to be concerned about it, I ain't judging, then prepare yourself for any eventuality and then let it and release it. Because worry never solved a damn thing. I've never seen it solve anything. Not once. I've actually seen it cause medical issues and health issues for a person. I've even experienced that myself. I don't experience that anymore because I don't worry about nothing. As soon as it bothers me, I figure out what I can and can't do about it. I do the things I can do about it, and everything else I release. It's that simple. I want to keep my face wrinkle free for as long as I possibly can because I'm a little vain. Now, you can do the same anytime you want to. And don't let nobody tell you you're a bad person for not focusing on that. You don't have to. You really don't. And you're not saving the world by constantly posting about it either. You're not. What you're doing is getting attention for somebody else's trauma and tragedy until it's on your doorsteps. You're getting attention for somebody else's trauma and tragedy over and over and over again. Yes, we should be proactive, but how we do that speaks of our character. We can have a dissent to an opinion or an action and voice that dissent to opinion or action. And then vibrate in a way that says, I'm not going to be unhappy or create any more unhappiness in the world because I choose not to. That's what you can do, if you're wondering. Because we're all connected. And when I say we're all connected, all things that are incarnate and matter are connected on this earth. And even outside of it, believe it or not. That's a story for another day. And anytime you want to, you can choose. To be a part of the solution is to be a part of your own solutions. Be a part of your own growth and development. Be a part of your own high vibration. Your high vibration is what's going to change the tide in all things. Because we've seen every single possible failure or systemic destruction starting to take place. We've all witnessed this. Nobody's immune to the witnessing of it, especially if they have some natural understanding of patterns. And you don't have to necessarily be religious to understand what is going on right now. Because I know I'm not. But I do believe that each one of us have what humans perceive to be God within us. And that is connected to all things, and we're all connected to each other. And we don't need an excuse to love each other. Mm-mm. And we don't need an excuse to hate each other. We don't. Because the moment you hate someone else, you start to hate yourself. You don't hate the other person. You hate the fact that they was able to do something to you or someone else that is innocent. You hate the behavior. You hate that you feel powerless and can't do nothing about it. Because hate does not exist in a vacuum. But it also doesn't solve a damn thing, and it weakens you. That I can tell you. I've never experienced hate in my life. I've only thought I did at times. There are times I thought, I hate this person. When the truth was, I was just hurt. I don't know what hate feels like. And I've had plenty of reasons, according to human dynamics, to hate people. I just don't. I don't have it in me. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I wish I did have it in me to hate somebody. I really did. I really do. Because that would allow me to do things at those moments that I feel in my shadow energy, in my ego. That would allow me to heal from it faster. Let me tell you, that never works. And I use myself as an example, but this time I'm using kind of myself on the side of myself as an example. My father is a murderer. This is facts. He thought if he murdered someone, that would change how he felt. All it did was give him misery. And to this day, I know it. I sense it, I understand it. It didn't change the way he felt. It didn't make him feel less aggression, less hate towards the situation. What it felt was nothing but regret. But now you've caused yourself a lifetime full of misery, and you've given yourself another label that you really do not want. Now, with that being said, you can live the rest of your life with those type of mistakes, but it doesn't. Some things you just can't take back. Some things you cannot heal because there's nothing to heal here on this plane. All you can do is live in a good vibration. Be honest and true to yourself and figure out who your true character is. Right now, everybody's character is being tested, whether you realize this or not. And character is not the face you pretend to slap on yourself when you interact with your friends. And when I use air quotes like that, I mean, because it has been my experience up until now. A lot of people don't have no friends. What they have is associates that keep them from being lonely and working on their shit and being alone with themselves for a while. Because if tomorrow things go real south for you in your life and you need somebody to talk to, if you got to scramble to figure out who that person is, you ain't got no friends. If you homeless tomorrow, is there anybody you can call that will take you in until you can figure your things out? No? Then you ain't got no friends. Maybe reconsider those who you're sitting with. Also, if you can't be 100% yourself all the way and have them still accept you, even if they choose not to be that way, then you ain't got no friends. Why am I saying this? Because it's time for you guys, us all, and the collective to figure out what love is and isn't. So that we can vibrate out of it and not this falseness that y'all doing for likes and shares. Because some of this is some side shit that bothers me. Let me be old for a second. Some of the shit y'all doing for likes and shares bothers me, and I click off of it. I don't stay there being aggravated about stuff. That's another thing. sitting there being aggravated by something over and over again. I don't even understand it. And I don't recommend it. It's not good medicine for your soul. Like, whenever people say they stalk their exes, or somebody said their exes are stalking them on social media and otherwise, I don't understand that. Like, driving by people's houses and checking on ex-friends' pages. I don't get it. It goes right over my head. Like, what is the purpose? Tell me, why is what does showing up for things that make you feel like shit actually do for you? What does it actually do for you? I'm of the mind, and I tell my students this all the time. You done with that person? Are you really done? Yeah? All right, delete everything. Now, I've stopped short of blocking because I used to block everybody. I'm an Aquarius sun and Mercury. All in my second house, and that's how I operate and move forward in things, work, and gain. I don't gain good energy from viewing things that's no longer serving me or a part of my life. For what? I have other shit to do. I've never done this. Not once. It's like, anybody it irritates the shit out of me. People who know me best will tell you. It irritates the shit out of me. Anybody try to tell me about somebody I don't fuck with no more. Talk about almost get me ready to fight. I would literally zone the fuck out on you. I don't want no parts of it. Because why the fuck would I show up or let you invite me to something that makes me feel like shit? No ma'am. This is a way to stay wrinkle free, ladies. Is mind your own damn business. And stop doing things for likes, shares, and attention. I do this all the time. I post, I educate, and I preach it. I'm a little preachy. It is what it is. But not once will I do something just for the sake of somebody validating me. I validate myself. Most of the time, the stuff I post is so goddamn strange and weird, it's only for me to go back and look at it when I'm having a particularly rough day, scroll my own damn page, and laugh at over and over and over again. And if somebody else gets something out of that, I'm cool with it. But for the most part, I don't give a shit about this. The likes part, I love the validation in some way, if someone does get something out of it. But my reasoning for loving it is that they can feel the joy I get to feel on a regular basis. They can experience the funny. They can in some way elevate and educate their mind and think outside of the box of the things that they've been told to feel and think and experience. I get a kick out of that part. You understand what I'm saying, babies? You don't have to live in misery. You don't have to follow the sadness. You don't have to. Another horrible side effect of constantly doom scrolling and constantly focusing on negative things is that if you ain't already physically ill, like I said before, and you have been one of those lucky ones that haven't gotten a virus or an infection since 2019, and yes, this has been around since 2019, don't let them fool you. Honey, why would you risk getting ill by worrying yourself and concerning yourself with things you can't do nothing about? The quickest way to get sick is to constantly stay in worry. Being proactive, figuring out ways, not to distract yourself, but to bring value to your time. That part. Now, I'm going to do another video. I'm just going to do some story times with y'all because today is Friday. I don't have anything else scheduled for this evening. And I don't know, I just like hearing myself talk. That's like my shadow energy. I like hearing myself talk. And if I can be entertaining for somebody and give you something else to listen to, focus on, understand, and maybe help you with something, make you laugh a little bit, then I don't mind. Anyway, till next time. You are loved. If you're leaving me right now, thank you for viewing. If you're not, stick around for ways to reach me. I prefer messages via email on Facebook And that's Metaluna999 on Facebook. Instagram is mostly just to post memes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Don't try to message me over there. I have a whole scheduler set up. And you don't even have to book with me for anything specific. You can let me know in the message what you're coming to me for. If you're coming to me for shadow work, as I've previously mentioned in the last video, understand that shadow work is going to include everything that I've talked about shadow work being. That means understanding what deficits or strengths you have in your mental health, doing a full assessment, and recommending to you services that as you need. Delving into your spirituality, your beliefs. It doesn't matter what you believe. You will never be rejected based on any belief system. Educating you about different elements of spirituality, as well as validating your experiences that you may have had in your lifespan, dreams, feeling, things that were unusual. We can discuss them without you ever being accused that something is wrong or off about it. I will just validate your experience and listen, baby, and give you whatever tools you might need to move forward. Know that I'm here for you for that reason, and I love my job. Until next time, y'all be well.